Hello. Groot just want to say hello. I am Groot. All right. Well, my name is uh, Bill Roney. Some call me Teacher Bill, but that depends on the schools I have been to. Well, 10 years in Asia. I taught English as a second language. Well, almost 10 years. 2.5 years in Busan, South Korea. 5 years in Shanghai. Um, and then almost 2 years in Juzhou, Hunan. They have Hunan and Hunan, they can get confusing. I taught substitute work and special needs uh, tutoring here in the United States. And at the time, I was hoping to try to get into my master's, but before I went back to the teaching job, and that's why I'm taking this class. It'll be my fourth class, and hopefully I can then sign up as a master's in teaching English as a second language graduate student. I already stated two different countries I lived and taught in, Busan, South Korea, and Loyang. I mean, not Loyang. That's where my friend's from. Uh, Introductions. Always get nervous about it. I don't know why. So I'm nervous and excited about this class, curriculum design. Most curriculums, it's usually a team of people that working together, and here we are working individually to come up with a curriculum idea, go over, looks like one of the first lessons is to go over a textbook and see if it fits the criteria of Unit 1. And I've already asked if I can use a digital and was told I can use a digital. I don't have any textbooks here with me because I don't currently work in the school system. I work a different job. Had plans and hoping that I get approved, and now that the COVID is coming to an end, might get restationed back overseas. I'm hoping Asia, but I'll take Europe. Uh, so I enjoy teaching English as a second language. I also enjoyed working with special needs. I am currently of the older generation. I initially graduated from high school back in the 80s, well, in class of 90. I took me 16 years to get my bachelor's. From there, that's when I went overseas and came back in 2015 because at the time, most colleges, their master's program was classroom situated, not online. So it's now partly because of COVID, partly because, well, the technology has advanced, more and more classes. For a while there, all classes were online. So our technology has greatly advanced. And some of you have taken the tech class, some are going to take the tech class. You're going to see some really, really interesting material in there. And wish the class, I took it during the summer. I wish it was longer because there was a whole lot more stuff I wanted to learn. But like I said, now this class is about curriculum development and analyzing textbooks to see if it falls underneath the different criterias that are in the first three chapters. I have already read them and waiting to see about more. There's some things I agree with, and there's some things I didn't agree with. But curriculum design, what it means to me, well, like I said a little bit earlier in the video, you need a team to bounce the ball off and get it going. You need to know your demographics. You need to know where it's going to be utilized, why it's going to be utilized, how it's going to be utilized, needs, wants, and desires of students. the teachers, the school committee, the parents, they all affect the curriculum. So I figured that most is taking an overview, and then when that material book is used in certain areas or the internet based schooling and centralizes it to the needs of the particular students you're working with, if you're working individual or a large classroom setting. So I'm not sure there's too much more I can really say on it. Hope to see what some of you have said, and maybe we later chats. Don't know if there's more chats like this, but we can share more information with each other and advice, and maybe like the last couple classes, we shared some websites and some materials with each other, and I could do that as well as get some new sites that I've never seen. There's a whole genre, especially if you're also going to be teaching English as a second language or another language as a secondary language. My language skills, I speak English, bad English, a little bit of Spanish, a little bit of Mandarin, and a little bit of sign language, and a little bit of Korean. Not much, like Yu-Gi-Oh. But I have enough that I can wander around the cities and get things I need to get, or buy, or places that I want to go to. If you're wondering about Mandarin, like there's no set alphabet. It's a tonal language. They say four tones. Reality, it's five tones. The fifth tone is a silent tone. And if you slight alteration of any of those tones in the word, either small or big, uh, will change the word altogether. You know, these common slang for computer cafe. I always use my fingers when I'm asking for Wang Ye, Wang Ba, flat tone, slight tone difference, and you could be you're in trouble because it's foul. That's or most common one people talk about ma, horse, mother, and I forget the other one, and the other two actually. Well, thank you very much, and hope to hear from you.